Hey, hello YouTube, man. How you guys doing today? It is me again, your favorite Texas trucker, and coming at you today from the house. And I'm over here inside of Big Blue right now. I'm taking a week off for Christmas. This is our Christmas vacation, and so I'm taking a week and a day or two off. Wanted to get some work done on the truck. I had some things that I've been wanting to get accomplished on here, and so I've been spending pretty much the last 3 or 4 days taking care of that, spending time with family. I'm fixing to go down to Houston, to my mom lives down there in Houston, so I'm going to go down to Houston tomorrow. But I needed some time to work on the truck because I'll be down there the whole time, and the truck, of course, isn't going to be with me. So I needed some time to work on the truck, and so I took a couple extra days off in order to come home and work on it. What I did, if you've seen or paid attention to the background in some of my previous videos, you might notice that that I had my refrigerator mounted over the top of the bunk. I had built a kind of a shelf, and it was just kind of sitting over the top of the bunk. My feet went underneath of it. It worked all right, but it was starting to get old. It was in my way, and I wanted something more permanent, something that would change a little bit. So, I've been on the fence about whether or not I'm going to keep this truck or whether or not I'm going to trade this truck in later on. And I've done enough repairs on it that I'd never get my money back on it trying to turn it in. So I gave up on, well, I didn't really give up because I never really had the notion to begin with. It was just kind of a thought I was playing with, but I kind of just trashed the idea of selling the truck. So I decided what I was going to do is start customizing it and start doing some things that I really wanted done in it, and getting some things fixed and getting some things situated so that it was more space friendly for me. All right. My son comes out with me for a few days or a few weeks every year. He comes out for about a month a year and spends a month out here with me. And one of the problems that I was having with the refrigerator being mounted over my bunk is that the top bunk couldn't be folded down without pulling the entire refrigerator out. And there's nowhere to put the refrigerator because it's fairly decent size, and so I got a cooler in here that I use to keep drinks cold, and it does a pretty decent job, but it's really just not sufficient for storing food in, so I want a refrigerator, especially with as much cooking as I do here. And so I made a couple of changes on this cabinet right over here that you can see. I built an insert, and we'll show you that in a minute. It's not completely finished yet. There's still work I've got to do to it, and the stain work on it I'm going to change because in installing it I fucked up the stain. Because it was just almost a little bit too wide, or a little bit, I didn't leave any space, and it was a bitch getting it in there. So I fucked the stain up on it, so I'm gonna change the stain. Well, I didn't really like that stain anyway, the stain I built on this one over here, I like that stain a lot better, so that's what I'm going to use over here. So what I'll do is I got one more change, or a couple more changes I want to make here, and I'll explain what I'm going to do here in a minute. But what I wanted to do is I've got the truck pretty much cleaned up. It's not completely cleaned up, but it's pretty much cleaned up. My sheets are in there being washed, in the house being washed right now. So I'm going to kind of just show you what's going on with the truck, and y'all let me know, good or bad. I'm not a professional in anything. I'm not a professional carpenter, and I build shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking redneck. I build shit. And it looks good to me, it works for me. I don't claim to be a professional carpenter, so it is what it is. I didn't really, I want it to look decent, but I didn't really spend the time that I would have spent if I was building, say, furniture for my house, which I guess maybe I should have, because this is my house on the road. But anyway, beside the point, I'm a redneck. This is kind of a redneck way of doing things. So If any of y'all out there that are watching are professional carpenters, you can certainly criticize, you know what I'm saying, but it ain't gonna change nothing, because what I built works for me, and this shit ain't going nowhere. It's gonna last forever. It'll hold together. It'll take a goddamn beating for sure. So anyway, first thing I did was a few weeks ago is I built this cabinet over here. All right. This was a clothes cabinet, and you can see right here, this is where it went down. This was just empty. There was a clothes hanger across the top, and I pulled the clothes hanger out. I didn't make any modifications to the cabinet. My inverter is down here, and I didn't move it, even though I should have probably moved it when I installed this. Anyway, this was just for clothes, you know, and this is about half my clothes. I still got a lot of stuff I got to stuff in here. I got clothes in there washing too. I didn't take this cabinet out because it's really sufficient for what I use it for, and so I've got all my stuff stuffed up there, you know, and honestly, that stuff ain't going nowhere. So I've had that stuff stuffed up like that, you know, hitting some of these roads where the truck, you know, feels like it's on a damn roller coaster with all the damn bumps, and it shit ain't going nowhere. But what I am going to do is right here, I'm going to install a block or a piece, you know, real narrow, that runs out, sticks out a little ways, and then I'm going to do a fold-up table that will come up, and it'll probably come out to about here. And what it'll do is it'll fold all the way down and shut this stuff off. I'll put a latch underneath of it here, and then when I need the table, then I'll fold it up, all right, so that I have the table to work on. So, you know, there'll be a latch down here holding it. I'll unlatch it, and then I'll fold it up. We'll have a couple of legs built on both sides that'll fold up against it when I go down, or when it goes down, and then I'll build brackets for them to set in right here on both sides, so that the table will be secure. All right, now up here I'm going to do the same thing, all right, so, except it's going to be a lot narrower. So I'll do one that'll come down to here and block this off. It'll fold up, and then I'll have a bar right here that'll come out, that'll swivel outward, and it'll hold it in place, so that I'll have two tables on here when I need to cook. I can stick stuff up here, I can stick stuff down there. When I'm moving, we can close them. They'll be closed doors. All right, and that'll take me a while before I get around to doing that. Again, some of this stuff doesn't belong in here. It's stuff that I've just kind of stuffed in there to get it out of the way as I was building over here. Then what I did is I completely removed the refrigerator from this area here, and I built this whole thing here. Okay, I had to do some major modifications when I built this. All right, so I had to tear out the shelf that was here. This shelf was mimicked over here, except this wasn't an open cabinet. This was a series of shelves that went up to, and then it had this top cabinet here. It had right over here, and so I ripped all that out, cut it all the way down to the wall, and then I built this. So I've got my spice rack over here. I need more room, so what I'm gonna do when I come home next time is I'm gonna build this down to here. I'm gonna add another one down here and bring it up. I've got eye bolts installed here so that it keeps my refrigerator closed. The refrigerator is empty right now. All of my food and stuff is in the house. The truck won't be on the road again for another week or so, so I'll get it filled up then. We got the feet down here, and then I installed this over the top of it. If I ever need to take it out, I got to take this plate out, and then the refrigerator will come straight out. Built this rack over here. Again, this is a bit of a mess because I just kind of stuff shit in there right now. And then we reinstalled the television over that window. When I bring this bunk down, I'm going to have to take the television out. At least take it out long enough for the bunk to come down. I can put it back in once the bunk's down, but then the only person who'll be able to see it is the person on the top bunk. And then the property of the U.S. Army was, the sign was from my wife for Christmas. She gave it to me for Christmas, and I decided that I thought it would look really good right there, and so that's where I put it. We've got, can't really see down in there on the bottom, but I got 3 little bins down there on the bottom that I can keep stuff in. and then up here I've got this on the bottom of the mattress, and I'm going to get 2 more of these for the sides so that I've got more storage space. All right. Anyway, those are the modifications that I made to the truck. We're still cleaning things up, getting it ready, but I'm pretty much done, and I'm happy with it. You know, it looks good. It's definitely sufficient. The stain I'm not happy with on this one. It was a spray type stain, and you know, just really not happy with it. But we'll change it out and change it to this color over here. I like it a lot better. And then one of the next things I'm going to do is the 4 dash panels. I'm going to pull out one at a time, and I'm going to replace it with real wood dash panels, and I'm going to stain it with the same stain color right here. I'll put a couple coats of clear coat on it when I'm done, and then I'll reinstall them in there, and so I'll have these custom cabinets in there. I'm going to probably do the same thing with these 2 bottom plates, the one that's got the air conditioner and the air brake and all that stuff, and this one over here, it's got the ignition switch and them switches. I'm probably going to pull those plates out and replace them with wooden plates also. And then down here where the ashtray is, as I don't smoke, I don't need a damn ashtray, I'm going to pull this out, completely out. I'll either reinstall the 12-volt plug somewhere else, or I'm going to reinstall it in the insert that I put in. But I'm going to build a wooden insert that I'll be able to put in there, bolt in place, and it will hold. It'll have 2 drink holders in it, because I don't have any cup holders in here right now. I'm using this tray right here as a cup holder. It just kind of sits on the floor. Up here on the top, you see up here on the top next to Marcus, I've got several multi-outlets, or several 12-volt outlets. Those are hardwired into my batteries. So the wires run down in through the dash, through here, and down into the cable box or battery box, and they're directly connected to the battery. So when I leave for the week, I have to unplug all that stuff, or it continues to draw power. And then my GPS mount, my GPS is inside. I've got to update it, which I'm going to do here in a minute. Anyway, that's the truck, and that's what we've done to it. So you know, I hope you like it, and you know, if not, well, you know, it's my truck, and it's been built for me, for my comfort, and for my needs, and I'm going to continue to modify and continue to adapt the truck to meet those needs, you know. And hey, if you like it, great, man. If you don't like it, hey, that's cool. If you've been paying attention to the news, or the trucking news, then you know that the e-log mandate has come out. It's being challenged in court by OIDA, and maybe OIDA will get it shut down, maybe they'll get it changed, maybe they'll get it postponed again, you know, who knows. But as it reads right now, any truck manufactured year 2000 or newer has to be equipped with e-logs. Any truck manufactured 1999 or older is currently exempt. So my truck is exempt from the e-log mandate, and I don't know what they're going to do in the future to make life difficult on us, or if they're even going to do anything. Hell, they may not do anything at all. But I do know that as things currently stand right now, I'm exempt from it. Hopefully I'll stay exempt from it, and you know, I'm happy with that. Let's see here. Income has been pretty good. I can't really complain, you know. I'm taking a week off, and I have enough money in the bank to meet all my bills during the week that I'm off, so you and then some. So I've put probably, I bought a new refrigerator, so that one's new. All the wood, hardware, I'd say probably close to $300 is what I've spent. Not all that's been on this, but I've spent about $300 or $400 this week. So yeah, I'm doing all right. Can't really complain. Like I said, I've got enough money in the bank to meet all my bills next week. My truck is paid up until the end of January. I don't even have to make a truck payment, even though part of what's in the bank is for another truck payment. But I don't even have to make a truck payment because I'm pretty much covered on that. I don't have any complaints. What I'm saying? Everything is going good. So I guess what I want to do is end this. This one here won't be as long as most of my videos are. So what I want to do is I kind of want to end this just by wishing y'all a Merry Christmas. I want to thank all y'all that continue to support me and continue to watch the videos and look forward to the updates. I know it's been a while since I put out a bunch of updates, but and it's quite a few of y'all told me about it. But I've been busy. But I do appreciate the fact that that y'all you care enough about the videos that you're concerned about the updates. And you want to know when they're coming and why they're not here yet. And I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. So anyway, I hope y'all all have a Merry Christmas. I hope that y'all remember that this season, this time of the year, it's not about gifts. You know what I'm saying? Well, in our commercialized world, and I'm all for a commercialized world because I haul freight. But in our commercialized world, we've gotten to the point where I think sometimes we've forgotten that there's a deeper meaning to this season than giving gifts to each other or receiving gifts. And it's not about that, it's not about receiving gifts. It's not about giving gifts. It's not about money. It's not about materialism. It's about showing some compassion and some love and understanding for people that may not have what you have, or people that may not be where you are, and it's about spending time with family, and it's about rejoicing in the things that you do have, and celebrating the life that you have. I'm a bit of a historian. Again, I'm not an expert in anything, but I'm a bit of a historian, and I know. And I think anybody that really studies knows that if you go and you follow the biblical timeline, Jesus Christ was not born in December. All right? But it doesn't really matter, because what we're doing is we're celebrating the life that Jesus Christ has given us through the blood of his sacrifice. And if you're a Christian, and if you're not a Christian, then I'm sorry if I offend you, because I am a Christian, and I absolutely, completely believe that there is only one true God, and that he sent his only Son down here to earth to take on the form of man so that he could live a sinless life and be sacrificed for our sins. And now some of y'all may think it's a fantasy. Some of y'all may think that believing in that is a stupid thing, but it's what I believe. You can believe in the power of nature. You can believe in any multitude of pagan deities. Or you can believe in whatever you want to believe in. Fuck, I don't care. I'm going to tell you what I believe in, and I'm going to tell you that that's what this season is about. This season is about celebrating the life that God gave us through his Son, Jesus Christ. So it's not really about giving gifts. It's not about money. It's not about anything other than celebrating life and celebrating happiness and celebrating joy and celebrating all of the many things that have made you what you are today. You know, we all go through pain, we all go through suffering, we all go through trials and tribulations. You know, I mean, I lived on the wrong side of the law for quite a few years, you know, and I had a bad upbringing. You know, I mean, I was raised in the ghetto. You know, I mean, I was raised in the streets in 4th Ward in Houston. You know, and I hung out with a pretty rough crowd. You know, and I made a lot of some bad decisions. You know, and you know, things haven't gone my way. You know, sometimes I think, you know, karma is when you know, we believe, people who believe in karma, they believe that, you know, you get what you give in life. You know, that if you're given bad in life, then you receive bad in life. If you're given good in life, you receive good in life. And we all know that's bullshit. You know, because a bunch of assholes, you know, who run over the top of everybody seem to be making millions, while people that, you know, spend all their life sacrificing and giving for other people end up with nothing. So, you know, we all know that's bullshit, but, you know, if you believe in karma, then I've got the worst goddamn karma in the world, man, because everything goes wrong in my life, man. I'm talking about ain't nothing ever go right for me. Hey, but it doesn't matter, you know, because I know where I'm going when I'm gone. And I love my God, you know, my God loves me. And, he may not do the things I wish he'd do, you know, to make my life a little bit easier, but hey, that's life in the fast lane. But as we come into this Christmas season, you know, I want y'all to understand that there is hope. And, you know, life ain't as bad sometimes as what we think it is. You know, we make life a lot worse than what it actually is. And so, this year, you know, if you're out there on the road, man, God bless you, man. Be safe. I'm sorry you can't be with family and friends. I know it's hard. Some of y'all out there may be watching this, you may not have any family and friends, and that's hard too. I've already read posts from people that, you know, talk about how much they hate this season, you know, because everybody's celebrating things that they don't have. Everybody's celebrating, you know, time with family, and they don't have any family. Dude, I feel for you, man, for real. I do. So be safe out there, man. Don't let the thoughts of what you don't have destroy the reason for the season, you know, because you have a lot, whether you realize it or not. And anyway, I ain't gonna preach to y'all anymore. I just want to wish y'all a Merry Christmas, and maybe I'll do an update before the year's over. Chances are pretty good I won't put out another one until after the first of the year. So y'all take care, and peace out. Merry Christmas, everybody.